By golly, little old Jeffersonville did it again.
The new year kicking off with a new announcement. Facebook's parent company Meta outlining in January plans to build an $800 million data center campus just north of Louisville. The future 700,000 square foot facility will store, process, and transmit data. Meta says its attraction to that part of the Hoosier State was access to 100% renewable energy, a large talent pool, and other factors.
A community that was able to provide us a shovel-ready site with robust infrastructure.
But it's not just southern Indiana that companies are eyeing. Google is currently proposing a data center that would be built on hundreds of acres near Fort Wayne. And as society becomes ever more connected, the demand to keep us powered also increases, going far beyond basic web searches and social media.
You think of the artificial intelligence applications that are coming online. They take much more computing power and processing power.
Brock Herr is the Senior Vice President for Business Development at the Indiana Economic Development Corporation. He says the state has key selling points when trying to land large developments.
Specifically on data centers, the value proposition from a stable, low tax, low regulation environment layered with the data center sales tax exemption incentives provides a really compelling value proposition.
Those incentives, signed into law by Governor Holcomb in 2019, provide a sales and use tax exemption on data center equipment for up to 50 years, depending on a company's total investment. The physical footprint of data centers are large facilities that house server rooms, cooling equipment, fans, and air filtration. Herr says the equipment can cost millions and usually gets replaced every 5 to 6 years. He adds that overall, the IEDC currently has a pipeline of 75 to 110 active projects it's tracking.
Amongst that, I would say there are several major companies, major investments across a number of industries, data centers included in there, that are seriously considering Indiana for large-scale investments.
Herr says the tax incentives, low cost of living, workforce, utility infrastructure, and predictable climate are all part of the enticement plan for getting companies to come to Indiana. Utility providers like American Electric Power even offer rate credits to qualifying data center developments. Local governments can also provide their own tax exemptions or different incentives. Bill Shalial heads up economic development for St. Joseph County. He says from the state down to the local level, getting a new development approved and operating has become a streamlined process.
Was you have to take away all the red tape, and you gotta make the speed from first visit to shovel in the ground as short a time as you can.
Data centers aren't a new concept for St. Joseph County. Union Station and downtown South Bend may come to mind, but Shalial says the format of them is now changing thanks to AI, and it's pushing economic development to the next level, adding that our geographic location has more companies, not just data centers, eyeing the area.
Right now we've got 4 projects that are over $1 billion that are in the market at one point or another. But at the same point in time, we got a lot of small projects too.
One of those projects, known only as Razor 5, has been considering hundreds of acres near New Carlisle for months now. 22 Investigates couldn't independently verify what type of development Razor 5 is, nor the company behind it, since local and state officials are tight-lipped about the proposed development. But we did, however, discover business entity paperwork for Razor 5 on a state database with the principal office address listed as 410 Terry Avenue North in Seattle, the same address found on Amazon's website. When asked if the company was considering building a data center in St. Joseph County or elsewhere in the state, the company simply responded, "We are constantly evaluating new locations based on customer demand." Despite a company's community investments and promise of new jobs, though, not everyone is always on board.
What you sold. That's what you sold this time.
Razor 5 has seen its fair share of pushback in recent months. Some residents near Fort Wayne are currently fighting Google's proposed data center, and critics in other states, especially those prone to drought, have questioned the environmental impact of large-scale data centers. But in Jeffersonville's case, population of about 50,000, leaders are adamant data is what'll drive their future.
You may never work for Meta, but you're going to reap the benefits of it.
I'm John Paul. Thanks for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.